Hi, I'm Sam Fortunas, and you're watching Stand Up with Sam. Today we are on Little St. George Island going to explore the hiking trails. I have with me my dad, Dan Fortunas. He is the captain, and he has chartered me all the way over here so that we can go hiking. He always raised me to be outdoorsy and adventurous, so we're going to go explore the island. Before we get started on our hike, we want to make sure we are well equipped, wearing tennis shoes, long pants, a fishing shirt, hat, and sunglasses. We always want to have water with us. Bring an extra just in case. And when you're on Little St. George Island, the bugs can be brutal. So we've brought a couple different bug sprays with us. We have our binoculars so that we can see all of the wildlife that we could encounter out here. Potentially coyotes, lizards, raccoons, and of course all of the birds. We have our bird identifying book here, so we can identify all of the great wildlife we can see on Little St. George Island today. The main trails we'll be hiking today start here at the Marshall House Field Station. You can see designated hiking trails and areas. There's also primitive campsites here in this area, as well as both the east and west ends, with little loops there as well. So like we said, when you're hiking on Little St. George Island, you want to make sure you're properly equipped. Always have your water. That's a big thing about being on any island, is staying hydrated. Also, wearing protective shoes. There are snakes out here. Rattlesnakes, moccasins, other creatures. Not saying that they would get you, but you never know what you're going to come across out here when hiking. So we love nature, but we always want to protect it. So if you do see any trash along any trail, be sure to pick it up. It's leave no trace. Leave it cleaner than it was than you found it. So with me I have my map today. It's a little brochure that the Apalachicola National Estuary Research Reserve Center gives out for free to all of their people, tourists, anybody that wants to come by should definitely go to the reserve, pick up this brochure before they come on out here to the island. You always have to remember also that the conditions can vary. You have to keep an eye on the weather. Today we have a beautiful sunny day, but the wind is picking up. Remembering that you are on an island and the only way to get on and off is either by your kayak, your stand-up paddleboard, or your boat. Always just keep an eye on the weather. Be really cautious out here. When you're hiking, you might see all the different migratory butterflies, moths, also different times of year. The different shrubs and flowers will be blooming. It's a whole diversity of different plants and vegetation on Little St. George Island.
Sam, all these palmettos, those are some of the oldest plants in existence. They can live up to 700 years. A lot of the Native Americans and folks still use them today to make thatched roofs and shelters.
Tiki bars.
Yeah, tiki bars. All right, now this isn't natural. This was made probably, 70, 80 years ago, scarred here to make turpentine. From the trees. We have a lot of pines here that occur naturally. You've got some slash pine, some loblolly, island pines. Yeah, they'd scrape into the, scrape off the outer bark and then attach a bucket down here, and all the sap would run down into the bucket, and that's how they would collect it for making their, paint products. Yeah, here, I just pulled a nail out. Here's the remains of the bucket right there. While you're out here, just take some deep breaths, because there's nowhere else in the United States that you can get such fresh air. We have the Gulf of Mexico to the south of us, and we have over 1 million acres of state forest, national forest, reserve surrounding us. No big industries. You have to take a 2-lane highway for 70, 80 miles just to get to the Forgotten Coast. All right, you're always going to know you're on the Island Ridge Trail because it's going to have the red blazes like this, and if I look down a little farther, I can see another one about another 50 yards down the trail. Help us from getting lost out here. There's our state tree, the cabbage palm. To find more plant diversity anywhere, you pretty much have to go to South America. And just in the state of Florida, we have over 4,000 different flowering plants. I'm kind of looking for wolf tracks because a while back they introduced the red wolf to the island here just to keep the population of raccoons and possums down just to help the nesting turtles.
The gopher tortoise or the loggerhead sea turtle?
The sea turtles.
The sea turtles. So the raccoons were eating the sea turtle eggs.
That's it, and they didn't have any enough predators here to cut down on their population, so that program's still ongoing.
Well, Dad, the island's uninhabited now, but people used to live here.
Well, they've been living here for thousands of years.
The Creek Indians?
Oh, lots of different types of Indians. Muskogee, Miccosukee, Appalachie. Just think of the abundance that they had here with all the oysters. They could fish, hunting, and pretty much undisturbed until the Spaniards arrived here, which, you know, was hundreds of years ago in the 1500s. Sam, here in the near future, with fall getting here, we need to go on a camping trip. How many campsites are there?
There should be 6. There's 2 at the Marshall House,
Okay.
2 all the way at the East End at Bob Sykes Cut, and then to the west at the West Pass.
Okay. Well, we just have to be sure and bring our water. I know there's no water on the island.
And also leave no trace. You can't leave any trash out here.
But we can have a little fire.
I hope.
No, I think we can.
So that wraps up our hiking excursion on Little St. George Island. I'm here with my dad, Captain Dan. We had a great time. We picked up some trash. We saw some sights. We saw some wildlife, some vegetation. We had a wonderful time out here on Little St. George. If you feel like hiking on Little St. George Island, give us a call at 850-980-4204 or check out our website, fishforgottencoast.com. Come on an eco tour with us.